happens if you pour sugar into a carved out onion?
Hello, hello, hello. How do I sound? This is a sound check. Can you hear me? Sound okay? Good? Sound is perfect? Excellent. Got it. Excellent. All right. I am pointing at the sun with my new AR152. I'll let some more people join here. And it's not looking good, but I'm just going to have some fun despite some clouds. I don't care. I just want to use it. I already captured some good data. I wasn't sure if I could live stream this or not. And here is what the sun is looking like with my new telescope. There's some clouds. I'll just, but we got two big sunspots going on and some solar flares going on right there. Now, let me fix this for a second. Let's move this down a little bit. How did that look? Pretty cool. The new scope was a lot easier to tame than I thought it would be. Hi, everybody. The new scope didn't present any problem at all, so I was really happy with this. I thought it was going to be a monster. It was going to be hard to focus. But it's looking pretty good. This is pretty crisp. What do you guys think of the picture here? I think it looks pretty good. Yeah. We got two big sunspots. I think this is probably the best spot on the sun to be looking at right now, with the flares, the flare going on right there, and two sunspots. You can see it's a little bit wavy because I see some clouds. Excuse me. Oh, that's all right. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I better capture. Sometimes the focus goes in and out, but seems pretty clear though, don't it? Hi, I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot of text. Hi everybody, how you doing? Just trying out my new big scope, looking at some sunspots right here. Let me adjust the location of the sunspot. Let's bring hang on. Let's adjust how about right there, and fix the brightness a little. How did that? Let me bring this down a little bit more. That looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty crisp. Not bad for the big scope. It's definitely a little bit more of a challenge to handle than my smaller scopes. Those sunspots, I would say they're both probably slightly larger than the Earth. Scotland, hello. When was the first time I took images of the sun? Oh, I've been doing solar imaging since for at least 4 years. At least. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. We got 199 people watching. Good to have you here. I wasn't sure if I was going to be doing any imaging because the clouds are going to just not go out. Here's me on the weather map, and you can see it's kind of partly cloudy right there. But you know what? It looks like there's maybe a clear spot on the way. I'm hoping. Whoa! That figures. Well, this might be a short session unless I can. We'll see how this goes with the clouds. Hopefully we'll find a lot of clear spots. Thank you. You love my content. I appreciate that. If you're just joining us, we're looking at two sunspots with my big telescope, and we got a flare going on there. It was a little brighter earlier, so the flares come and go. You never know. They could come and go in less than a half hour. They show up and then they're gone again. It looks like there's a little bit of a flare going on right there with that sunspot. I see a bright spot right there. And you can see how it's partly cloudy. That's why the sun is getting brighter and dimmer and brighter again. It's just hard to find clear skies these days. I mean, I gotta lower the exposure. All right. Cool. We are definitely looking at the sun with my biggest telescope, the AR152. Yesterday was the first time I tried it, if you saw that short video. Except in the video I called it my AR102, because I'm so used to using the old scope. Cool, thanks Trev. Hi everybody. How's everyone doing? Astro Corona is here. I can tell Astro Corona because he's got the thumbnail next to his name. He's a member. Thanks for being a member, Caleb. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's a big scope. Oh, geez, it looks really clear right now. Maybe I should try and capture some data. I'll just capture. Oh, you see how it gets brighter right there? That means clouds are coming in and out. But when it gets brighter, that means the clouds are gone, and I can start lowering the exposure. Ah, that's a good shot. If it'll stay like that for 15 seconds. Let me get a 15-second video of that. This is a good shot right here. I'll record a video, so hopefully I can capture some good images. You know, process some good images. See, it's getting blurry on and off. There's still some clouds that I'm dealing with. Oh, well. It is what it is. That's okay. I'm having fun. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream. Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing? If you're just joining us, we've got some big sunspots. These sunspots, I would say, they're probably as large as the Earth, and we've got some flares going on right there. And we are battling the sun in between clouds. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Stuart. I appreciate that contribution. Hey, all right. Glad to hear it, Astro Corona. I'm going to try and do another capture here. Oh, nope, forget it. Oh, it's clouds. Let's brighten it up. It's kind of fun, though. Just hanging out, pointing my telescope at the sun. Let's take a look at the clouds right here. There's what I'm looking at right now. There's my scope pointing at the sun, and you can see these light little wavy little clouds going on. Always got to spoil the action. What I'm waiting for, though, is you can see hopefully I'm going to get some, well, if it doesn't shrink, hopefully I'll get some clear spots right there. Oops. Oh, let's bring the sun down. I didn't do any polar alignment, so it was more of a best guess at my polar alignment. Wait. Let's turn up the exposure a little bit. How's everybody doing? Doing good? Yeah, people from all over. I see India. I saw Scotland before. South Africa. I see something written in, I think that might be Arabic. So, yeah. Phoenix, Arizona. Pakistan. Wow. Awesome. All over the world. That's so cool. Oh, it's Sweden. Oh, it's snowstormy in Sweden. Oh, no. Puerto Rico. Mars. We got Mars here. Romania. Belgium. Canada. Persian. Someone says I'm Persian. Wales. The USA, of course, and I am from the USA. We got Miami, Pakistan. Oh, see these clouds? That's why the sun is getting dimmer and brighter. We're battling clouds right now. Focus is kind of tough right now, but I'm not going to mess with it because it's the clouds and seeing conditions that are making it go in and out. Hey, Texas, Kuwait. Wow, everybody is here. Yeah, Pakistan and Southwest UK, Bulgaria, Michigan. Hey, that's where I'm from. Ireland. You like the shorts? Great. The funny thing is, it would be if I'm wearing shorts and then someone says, I like your shorts. Okay. Yeah, I'm waiting for some clear patches to come through. I've captured some good data in between the clouds. I wasn't sure if I was going to live stream, but, I just felt like, let's get everyone together. Why not? Astro Corone, $5. Thank you very much. I think that's $5 Canadian. I think you're from Canada. Thank you. My chat revenue was up to $5.80. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Astro Corone, did you hit 10,000 followers on Instagram yet? I thought you were getting close. I'm just controlling I want to stay on. Should we look around the sun, just browse around and see if there's anything else going on? Yes, yes. Oh, wow, you're growing fast. Cool. Daddy! Thanks, Daddy. Daddy is the king of solar. I only wish I could be as good as Daddy. Daddy has helping me try to figure out what the heck I'm supposed to do with these NFTs. I've never sold an NFT yet. I set up, but, uh-oh. What are all these yeses here coming? Did I ask a question? I forgot what I asked. If everyone's saying yes. No. How big are those sunspots? I would say these sunspots are probably slightly bigger than the Earth. Though they're pretty big. Sahi, $2. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We got $7.80. Woohoo! I am rocking. Oh, I asked if we wanted to cruise around the sun. That's why everybody was saying yes. I forgot what I had asked. I got distracted. I'm an airhead sometimes. Let's do that. But I think I had already found the best area to be pointing at, but let's cruise around the sun anyway. I don't think there's any more sunspots to be seen, but we'll see. I was thinking, what is everybody saying yes for? Did I ask something and then I forgot what I was talking about? We are definitely pointing. Yeah, the sun is actually pretty tame today. I have to keep adjusting the exposure because of the clouds rolling in and out. You can sort of see that here. Yeah, I was definitely pointing at the best spot. There's no other sunspots, it seems, on the sun. That was definitely the best area to be looking at right now. right here. Hello, Eve. Thank you. Scotland. Thank you, Eve. You guys got me up to $10.52 in chat revenue. I do appreciate that. Muddy Creek Critters. Hey, another member, I can tell with the thumbnail there. Cloudy Southern Ohio. How hard is that beast to set up and tear down for observing? Well, for me, let me show you. Not hard at all because there's only, for me, one setup. I have wheels on my mount that I can just roll it in and out of the garage, so it's already set up. So today, since it was already set up, I rolled it out, plugged in all the connections, and just pointed it at the sun. It was it took me 5 minutes, maybe not even that. I don't know what that 50 is. That sounds big though. Oh, okay, well, $1.50. Thank you, Madic. I appreciate that. Have you seen any UFOs? No, I haven't seen any UFOs. One time I thought, oh, that's kind of weird, but UFOs usually turn out to be satellites. I hope I'm not talking too loud. I'm kind of a little bit hard of hearing, so I... Ollie's here? Did I miss Ollie? We got Jim's Astro. Hi, Ollie. Hello, Ollie. I'm sorry, I missed some comments. I know Ollie is another YouTuber. How you guys like looking at the sun? I'm having a good time, even despite the clouds. You can see here the flares have now gone away. So that's how fast flares can come and go. It was pretty active about an hour ago. I wish I had been streaming an hour ago. You would have seen it at its best, but I was busy doing lots of other things right now. This is the only time I got a chance now I can just stay in front of my computer. The picture's not perfect right now. It's not as clear as it could be because I'm battling clouds. We're looking at the sun through some wavy clouds. You can see right there the sun is kind of has a lot of haze in front of it. I'm using my surveillance here. See, if you remember, you could use those you could use those telescope icons that Caleb is doing right there. Astro Corone. Hi, Chuck. I would like to see your scope tested with narrowband filters for DSOs. Yeah, I do a lot of narrowband with my other scopes, but I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to doing it with this scope, just because I can do it with all my other scopes. Let's see the sun again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, geez, that's a really good shot. I want to try and capture that here. Let's get one of those. That looks really clear at the moment. See, the clouds must have broke just enough. That looks really good. That's about as clear as it can get. So I'm in between some clouds. Visually, I don't know what it looks like visually because it's too bright to look at. I don't know. For this Astro Corone has donated $5 for the sun. The sun appreciates that. Don't spend it all in one place, son. Thanks, Astro Corone. I appreciate that. You guys have got me up to $15.93 in donations. Any money contributed definitely will go right back into my Astro. The last accessory I just bought was a focus. You might have seen it. I bought a focuser for my other scope. Let me adjust where the sun is right now. We've already cruised all around the sun, and this is definitely the best place to be looking at right now. We are in between clouds, so right now the sky must be really clear. Let's see. We must have gotten a break. Yeah, well, doesn't look that clear there, but it definitely looks clear in my software. Thanks, guys. We got 200 people hanging out with us today. There was earlier a huge flare right here, but it looks like it's disappeared on us. Oh, man. One of these days I'm going to be able to do a time lapse. Right now, the weather is just not good enough for getting a lot of data. I'm trying to readjust it for the best spot here. How's that? Because you can see the sun, my mount drifts a little bit because I'm not polar aligned. My sister bought me some girly glasses to help me read better, but I really do need to see an eye doctor. I can see from farther away, but up close, I don't know if that means I'm nearsighted or farsighted. I don't know. I can read the text from far, but if I get too close, it starts to become a blur. David Brackett, you appreciate my hard work. Thank you. I appreciate that. A $20 donation. Thank you very much. Hey, I'm up to $35.93 in chat revenue. I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thanks, David. I haven't touched the focus once because I think the focus comes in and out depending on seeing conditions. I think the focus is not too bad, actually. Does it look good? Does the focus look good to you guys? When it's not cloudy, that is. The sun is disappearing as I ask this. Let me raise the exposure to try and see through the clouds. Now the focus doesn't look so great because the clouds are coming in and out. That was a bad time to ask about focus. Come on! Looks good, all right. Whenever the clouds come, all I have to do, I increase the exposure, and it helps me see the sun through the clouds. When the clouds go away, I can decrease the exposure again. So right now the clouds are starting to get a little thick, so I'm increasing the exposure to help us still see the sun. Yeah, it's the atmosphere. Because right now the sun is still very low in the south. If you look at this, when the sun gets higher, I'll be cutting through. When the sun gets higher, in a few months, it'll be like up around here. And I'll be cutting through less atmosphere, so hopefully it will be less jiggly and a little better in focus. You know what I mean? Yeah. Madic, 50 again. Thank you very much. And Sehi, 5. We are made of stardust. Do you believe in alien life beyond Earth? Oh, yeah. Sure. I don't know how we'll ever connect with them. We are made of stardust from some other star, right? Yeah, that's the theory. The heavier elements are only formed after a supernova, and then another one needs to happen. Oh, to mix it all up, to shake it loose. Yeah, I think you're right. Ooh, thank you very much for those contributions. You got me up to 4190. I appreciate that. But right now we are, let's see. Come on back. Ooh, those clouds are rough now. Let's take a look here. It's getting thick. Let me look out the window real quick. Let's see if there's hope. There's definitely hope. Don't leave. There's more clear skies are on the way. I can see it out the window. So don't leave, everyone. Hang with me. We'll get through this together. It may not seem like it. Let's take a look at the satellite here. Oh, it looks like it's getting thick, but I see some breaks. Maybe not. We'll give it 5 minutes. If it doesn't clear, and I don't want to keep you guys if it's not really a great picture. Oh. Well, at least you guys got to see something. I'm glad I live streamed even for a little while. How long have I been going? Does anyone know? Only 28 minutes? Oh, that's not a long live stream. Wow. Hang with me. I think we got the sun back. I'm playing with the focus, the exposure. Normally I don't touch the exposure, but when there's clouds, you got to keep messing with it to be able to see the sun in and out. And if you're just joining us, we're battling clouds, you can see that, but we've got two big sunspots that I would say they're both bigger than the Earth right there. And we did have some solar flares right here earlier. Bye. All right, I'll see you, Peter. Thanks for joining. Great ball of fire. Is there a live stream from a satellite that's orbiting the sun? I don't know. That's a good question. If there is, I bet it's better than what I got going on here. If it's orbiting the sun, that would be amazing. Oh, we've got a little bit better picture going on now with the sun. Now we can see what's going on. I've seen sunspots go from end to end and last over 2 weeks before, but flares, they come and go within a half an hour sometimes. They're really fast. One time I saw a sunspot go from left to right, and maybe a couple weeks later, I saw another sunspot on the very left, and I was wondering if it was the same sunspot. Did it go all the way around the sun? Last a month? I don't know. That looks better, don't it? So we're using my biggest telescope right there, pointing at the sun. And you can see the sun will eventually going to hit the garage. Hey, look out. Let's see if I'm in danger. Yeah. The sun is very low, and my garage casts a long shadow this time of year. Oof. Looking much better right now. How did that look? When the clouds sort of break. And you can see the flares right there still. With a much bigger flare earlier. Does that look like I'm in focus? I hate to mess with focus because sometimes it's hard to get it back. Yeah, I know. I was thinking, hurry, get some frames too, Astro Chrome. But right now I can tell my exposure is 6.98. I can tell that's a lot higher than it was before, so I must still be getting some clouds. But you know what? Let's just do this. Let's do another one right there. That's a good idea. I usually capture 15-second videos. I have a frame rate problem right now, though. Maybe if there's an expert here, I have a 50-50 chance of my camera acting like a USB 3.0 camera, or it still looks good. I'm going to capture another one here. Or the camera looks like, or it works as a USB 2.0. When it drops down to 2.0, I only get 14 frames per second. When it's operating at 3.0, I get 100 frames per second, and I don't know what causes it to fall down or go back up. Is there any experts in the house? And I've tried shorter USB line. I've tried a different computer. It's like I have maybe a less than 50% chance of it acting as a USB 3.0 camera. Right, it's very low on USB 2.0, but I have a hard time getting it to act as 3.0. It's always right. And in this case, I'm not going through a hub. I've disconnected it from the hub to try and get a straight connection, and it still doesn't want to cooperate. One time it's just I'll work on that. There's got to be something that's causing it to drop. I'm trying to try and capture some more data here when the sun is looking good. Oh, you can see the atmosphere causing the blurriness in and out. Bit rate is low. You need 3.0 to achieve higher bit rate. Right. How do I get it? That's what I want to question. I tried a shorter cable. Sometimes I get 3.0, and still sometimes it drops to 2.0. It's just weird. Even a shorter cable cannot guarantee me. One time I tried to put the laptop outside with a shorter cable. Doesn't guarantee 2.0. There's something, I don't know. Yeah, it's a weird one. Looks to me like the flares are starting to act up again. You see the flares at the bottom of the sun there? You see that right there? I see the flares. Flares come and go pretty quickly. Sunspots could stick around for weeks at a time. Like these sunspots right here, but flares come and go in less than a half hour's time. Sometimes. From my experience anyway. This flare was hugely active about an hour ago. I wish you could have seen that. It was nuts. That would have been awesome if I were doing a time lapse, but the weather wasn't good enough. But it looks like the flare is kind of starting to get brighter again. You see that? I can see it. I don't know how well it shows up on the live stream. It looks like I'm getting choppy right now. Is my live stream... okay, I think it's smooth again. All right. Definitely that flare is acting up. That flare could set the Earth on fire. In the beginning, you just got your telescope. Cool. Oh, that looks really clear right now. Let me see if I can adjust the sun a little bit. If I can get a shot right here. Do you think that... I don't know if I should... No, I'm not going to touch the focus. I think it's good enough. I'm always wondering, should I play around with the focus? I can see the clouds are still drifting in and out. Here's what I'm looking at with the satellite, by the way. Here's Detroit right here. So you can see, definitely, I've got clouds coming in and out. And that's what the sky looks like with this little haze all around the sun. There's my big scope right there. Boy, my last live stream, I didn't sound so good. I'm all stuffed up, but I've been taking this stuff every day now. Tylenol Sinus Severe. and I've been doubling up on my Flonase, and now I feel much better. No, that wasn't an advertisement for Tylenol, but it helped me. You want to see what else I bought? Hang on one second. I want to show you this. It didn't help me at all. But, you know, someone suggested it. My brother suggested it. I bought a humidifier. Does anybody else have these? It didn't do anything for me. In fact, it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But it's supposed to add, you know, fix the dryness in the air. It does that, but it didn't help me. I don't think that was my problem. Third spot? Where? Where? You see a third spot? Oops, wait. Wait. Is that a third spot forming just above and to the right of the lower spot? Are you talking about right here? I think that might be some, that looks like some filament action right there. I see what you're talking about right here. My impression is that is actually plasma that is rising above the surface. And that can tend to go away. There tends to be a lot of movement with plasma. I'm adjusting the exposure a lot because the clouds are messing with me right now. This tends to form a lot more quickly than sunspots. So that's probably plasma rising above the surface. That's what I'm guessing, and not a sunspot. This telescope costed 900 something, maybe 975, something like that. But then there's the mount that's probably close to $1,000. The camera that costs hundreds of dollars. You know, so there's lots of other expenses that go into it. Sorry, I was picking my nose. I wasn't picking it was just itching. I gotta make sure I'm looking good on camera. I'm looking at myself on my iPhone. I don't know why I'm so concerned about my appearance. I'm not trying to pick up anyone. I'm not even on Tinder. Oh, you looked up the price? What is my actual job? Tinder. Yeah, what is my, I love when people ask me, what is my actual job? Because I love to answer, I got in early on the internet. I love telling people that because it's true. I even say I got in early on the internet in my dreams. But it's the truth. It's my favorite thing to say. In my dream, I actually had a dream. I was in high school skipping class. And the teacher caught me. And she said, if you keep skipping class, you're not going to graduate. And I said, but I got in early on the internet. It's like my get out of jail free card. But I worked, I have a 4-year degree in computer science. I worked in IT for about 20 years. But while I was working in IT, I started doing my own internet business on the side, and it helped me retire early. You know how I got retired early is when Google first announced that they were going to start sharing advertising revenue with anyone who wants to build a website. It was, everyone knows Google AdSense now, but back then it was brand new, and I got in on the ground floor of that when there was just a few of us, and it was like imagine the California gold rush, and you're there about 2 years before the rush even started. You know, when you find yourself in the right place at the right time, and I retired in my mid-40s. You know, it's one of those times people sometimes need a little luck. Did Eddie see? Oh, did somebody want? Somebody always asked me to put background music on. Did somebody want background music? Ban the spammer. There's a spammer. Who's the spammer? I didn't see. It's too hard for me to keep track of all this. What kind of business? It says you must be a millionaire then. What kind of business did I do? I built websites and I built as many websites as I could and threw Google ads on them. And you know how crazy it was back then? Back then, I don't know, 18, 19 years ago, you could copy an article from Wikipedia, which they encouraged at the time, put it on your own website, and then you would actually rank higher in Google search rankings than Wikipedia. You could actually get more traffic than Wikipedia because Google wasn't favoring Wikipedia back then like they do now. It was just a free-for-all. It was like the Wild West. And Google and Wikipedia encouraged you to take their articles because back then they couldn't afford backup servers. So they figured, well, as long as other people have these articles, that's our backup. That was their philosophy back then. So of course I cloned their entire encyclopedia. I called mine Wackopedia. But that's just one of, dozens and dozens of websites I had. They didn't like it too much when I called it Wackopedia. The admins, should we trademark infringement? Yeah, right. As if they're going to come after me. They can't even afford backup servers, but they're going to get a lawyer. Yeah, right. They didn't scare me. I had lots of people threatening me. But you know what? When you're successful, people come after you. That didn't bother me at all. The old days. I'm a much nicer person now. I don't step on anyone's toes. This, the magnification is, what is exactly? I thought the magnification is I could be wrong, but it's over 900 focal length, but then I'm battling clouds right now, but then the solar filter has a 4.2 Barlow lens built in. So let's just say if the focal length is 970 times 4.2, so I'm looking at the sun with over 4,000 focal length. Oh yeah, right. Astro Caron said he would mod for me. I just haven't gotten around to figuring how to do that. I could definitely use the help. Is there a spammer loose? Sorry about that. If you're just joining us, we got a big sunspot there and this big sunspot there, and it looks like the solar flare is gone again. If you guys tell me who the spammer is, I can block them. I don't know which ID it is. How can you? Well, right now there are no. Oh, you want to see the? Oh, you want to see some solar storms around the sun? Yeah, let's do that. Let's raise the exposure up. And now, let's cruise around the sun and see if there's any activity around it. Oops, let's try here. I bet there is. So I've overexposed the sun, and now we're going to cruise around the sun, if I can figure this out. I never did get... Oh, right there. Right there. Check that out. Wow, that is a cool one. I'm going to capture that. I would bet that is at least 5 or 6 Earths high. You see that? That is some cool action going on right there. When you overexpose it, you can definitely see the plasma rising above the surface. Check that out. This is definitely... I would definitely estimate this at probably at least 5 Earths high. I'm going to stay on that for a little bit. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to capture it, and then I'll overexpose it so you can see it better. It's hard to process when you overexpose too much. And then I'll raise it again right after this. Okay, now we can see it clearly. Wow. Wait, I'm gonna lower it again. I want to do another capture here. It's best to not to overexpose when you're... Let me get another one right about... No. I want to do that right about there. And then I'll overexpose. I want to capture one more here. This activity is huge. One of the better ones I've seen. Oh man, I wish I was doing a time lapse, but I know the clouds are going to screw me up. You can see that's just glare. When I overexpose it, you can see this. That's just glare. Should we cruise around the sun a little more, see if there's anything else around? Let's just see. That was a big one. I'll be surprised if there's anything else. Oops, let's go this way. Oh, is there something else? Do I see something? No, that's just small. Yeah, a little bit going on right there. You see that, but that's no big deal. Whoa, look at that. There's some definitely cool action right there. You see that? Kind of fun doing a little exploring. Can you see that good? I want to capture that too. Am I too exposed? Hang on. Wait, yeah, right there is perfect for capturing. I want to reposition it here. capture it one more time like that. All right, let's cruise around a little more here. See if there's anything else going on. A little bit more action going on there, but I really got to turn it up to see it. Do you see that right there? Yeah, that's not quite as fancy as that other stuff. Oh, oh, oh. Let's go back to that one spot. Oh. One of these days, I'm going to figure out how to control the sun. Right now, I just feel like I'm hopeless. Come on, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. There's that big action right there. But the clouds are definitely messing with us. Let's just take another look here. Hang on. There still might be, yeah. Let's go back to those sunspots. The flare is definitely gone. That's a shame. Didn't last long. Whew. Maybe I'll come back on a better day, guys. I had fun. This was a lot of fun. I want to thank everybody, but the clouds are just starting to kill me, and pretty soon the shade is going to be too much. My garage is going to be blocking the sun. Let me take a look out the window here. Yeah, the shade is almost about to hit my telescope anyway. So, thanks everyone. I had a good time. And thanks for the chat revenue of $41. I appreciate that. See you, everybody. It was a lot of fun today. Oh, no, you just came. Sorry about that. Well, we'll certainly do it again. The forecast is looking pretty bad, so I don't see any sun until probably the end of the week, but who knows. Bye. Sorry that you just came.